Okay, this is the next Lionel update. So in the last video, I just showed basically how I changed the position of this. So there's 16 feet this way, there's 12 feet this way. I had to think there for a second. And let's just zoom out here. What I did, or explained that I was doing, is it was the 12 foot was here, so I turned this whole thing, and now it makes a lot more sense. The only thing that I might change is I might have it come this way a bit and then shorten this aisle, or yeah, make it less wide, whatever the term would be, because right now that's right against the wall. And the other thing was I used up the last wood and I made 2x8 panels. So I put one here, it's bolted and screwed in, and I put one there, and then I just used a 2x3 that I had for a leg, just so that I have no sag. It wasn't really sagging, but I don't want it to start sagging. So you can walk on it, that's that sturdy. The big thing is I broke these up in a C, and I used a clamp. Because these tables aren't bolted, they're just, the lip of the 1x3 doesn't move because it's the right diameter off of here, but once you're removing the table, it kind of wants to move a bit. So I just put a clamp on each side, and then I used the wheels that were underneath, and I just took out the middle cart because the wheels are going the other direction. So I just lifted the wood, snuck that out of there, and then moved it all, and I didn't really have to unassemble too much. So long explanation, but the moral of the story is, got a big wide aisle here, got a big wide aisle here, and then I took out the bigger tables that were there. I moved them back into Hudson's room, and now the thought process is with this is to have all the Lego Friends, the girl Lego on one side, and then the Lego City on the other one. So went across the border, had about 3 months of packages there, so picked that up. There was another GG1 set. There was another EP5 from Williams, and then it came with all these girl box cars and gondolas and so on. One of them was a MTH caboose that's pink. So I have two sets. Basically, the original set was these 4 passenger cars and one GG1. It's a Williams set. And then the next one, or 2 that came, was another GG1 with 5 or 6 freight cars and a blue caboose, and the same 5 or 6 freight cars and a pink steamer. And I'm gonna get back to the steamer in a second. Then I separately purchased this pink caboose from MTH. Then I got these Williams cars. There was a really good deal, New York Central, that's what Hudson wants. And they're lit, but they have, let's just turn this around. They have like a color silhouette in them. They're kind of old, but they're metal, which is kind of blew me away. They're like steel. So got those girls GG1s, that, and then I'm waiting to get an MTH pack because that Lionel ZW, I'm only using it on my conventional stuff. So these New Haven, the silver ones, they didn't come with boxes, but I got a really good price on them. So now I was running mixed combinations, just like New Haven has, of these 15-inch cars, which I like the shorty cars because they look good in the curves, and you can run them when I have a tighter radius curves on the inside. So I haven't opened them yet, but there is another 5 set of the girls cars, and then there's 8 of these Seaboard passenger cars for Aurora, and there's 2 locomotives. But this is Proto Sound 1, and I don't want to have any issues with electronics inside, so I want an MTH pack to run with that. So that's what I'm going to do. The steamer was brand new. and I put the smoke fluid in, but it wouldn't run out of the package. So it has some too much grease in it or something, and it was starting to smoke out the back of the motor. So the motor is here in the flywheel. So I stopped it, waited till the next day for it to cool down, and then I ran it again and it ran no problem. So basically it was like kind of like working through the old grease, I guess. And then the next day it ran and it didn't smoke as much, but it did eventually, when it got hot, start to smoke a little. So I got to get in here and figure out what's going on, take out the old grease and fix it. I did look on BACHMANN Williams website. They do have a new motor if I did cook it, but it is running, but it is sometimes making smoke. So what I looked up is it's probably got too old a grease. It was a brand new locomotive. So one of the cars was busted, so I'm gonna glue the truck back together. I've got the wheels and everything for it, and got that right there. So this is my little temporary maintenance away rip track. So and by turning this the whole 90 degrees or whatever, now I have a living room again. I don't have the couch and chair, if you remember, in the middle, so I can actually see the TV, which is perfect. So it's not a super big update. A bunch more rolling stock, a little bit more wood. I will tell you that I haven't made a decision whether I'm going to put foam on the edge and have it so that there's kind of a cut through here. So basically get 2-inch foam and then bevel it on this side, and then there'll be 2 more tracks, and then the same thing, it'll be wider than 4 inches, but this is roughly 4. So 4-inch blocks, I'll get them to cut it right at Home Depot and then bevel it with a hot wire knife here, or Olfa knife. That's probably what I'll do, or I could raise it up with another wood kind of, you know, make it a 1x3s or whatever. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do that. So once I figure that out, then I'm gonna get the rest of the track. I basically I need only a couple curves I'm short, because I bought everything that Menards had that day, and I need 16 of these 30-inch straights per, there's 4 per side. So I need basically 32 more big straights to make my 4 loops. And then the thing is that I was having a derailment in here. So I was having no derailments originally, but then when I moved everything, I unscrewed some stuff because I was breaking the tables apart. So I just realigned things. Fantastic track to work with. Just take the little Phillips screws out. You know, I get it, it's not super realistic, but now it runs like a champ, and no issues. I'm kind of thinking about putting my hinges and getting 2x3s in here, and then making a cut with the angle grinder on the track, and then having one of these completely lift up. It would be here no matter what. I am going to do it. I just have to think about how I'm going to construct it. So right now there's 1x3s in here, and they're bolted together. So basically I would make it so that one of these sides it can lift. And then I've got the Lego in the middle, I've got the stools. I'm gonna make some sort of angled pack. This is just sitting on here right now, but basically a control center, and I want to have room for 2 of these, but it'll bolt on the inside of the layout because eventually there'll be track there. I have to think about, like, I don't want to have these, I won't be able to have all these cars sitting here, so I don't know if it's going to be there or probably not there, but probably here. I'm going to get make some shelves or something and make it so that I wasn't really thinking about display, but now I kind of understand. This stuff takes up a lot of room compared to N scale. N scale's all in my tool chest. It's easy to put away. And then I have all the boxes under the stairs in the basement here, so it's like running out of room fast. So I couldn't imagine having another sized, similar size to what I have in the room, like how much you can do in N scale. It's so much better. But this is a different thing. This is basically a loud and obnoxious little kid thing that I'm also enjoying. So let's just end the video with some running.